Episode 01, FBI UFO Files, 21-Year Secret Investigation. Duration, 20 minutes, 2,400 words. Phase, Facts. In July 1947, a major from the U.S. Air Force called the FBI office in Dallas to report the recovery of a flying disc near Roswell, New Mexico. 1 year later, the FBI officially opened File 62 HQ, Take 3894, an investigation that would last 21 years, produce 57 files, over 800 pages, 67% of which remain redacted to this day. Welcome to the declassified archives of the U.S. government. What you are about to see has never been made public before May 2026. The summer of 1947 was a turning point in American history. Between June and July, hundreds of unidentified flying object reports flooded in across the United States. The U.S. Air Force scrambled its fighters. Newspapers ran headlines, "Flying saucers zooming through the sky were fact or fancy." In Chicago, a Catholic priest found a metal disc about 18 inches in diameter in his yard. He described it as a circular saw blade, with a 1-inch hole in the center containing gadgets and some wires. He notified the FBI. But the document that would change everything was a phone call. The Roswell call. Visual, old FBI telephone, fade to Roswell aerial photo. The FBI office in Dallas received a call. On the line, a major from the U.S. Air Force. He informed the FBI that an object purporting to be a flying disc has been recovered near Roswell, New Mexico. This is the first time a U.S. government document, a primary FBI source document, references Roswell as a recovered object. 79 years later, this document emerges from the shadows. And it changes everything we thought we knew. The first sightings, aerial. Visual, animated map Boston, New York, flight path, orange dot appears. On August 4, 1947, Pan American Airways Captain Alpheus Powell was piloting a Constellation from Gander, Newfoundland to LaGuardia, New York. At 4 p.m., his navigator spotted a bright orange object on the right side of the aircraft. Quote from the official Air Defense Command report, September 13, 1947. The object was about 1 mile away at an altitude of approximately 7,800 feet. It was about the length of a PA-40 fuselage, blunt at both ends, cylindrical in shape, with a bright orange hue. There was no suggestion of gaseous dissipation as there would be if the orange color were the exhaust from a rocket or a jet aircraft. The object was traveling at approximately 150 miles per hour. A cloud passed between the aircraft and the object. When the cloud cleared, the object was gone. The mysterious Oak Ridge photo. Visual, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, mountain photo with saucer. Oak Ridge, Tennessee. July 1947. A resident photographs the mountain with a basic camera. On the last frame of the roll, he develops an image he can't explain. Quote from FBI Serial 153. 2 photographs of reputedly flying saucers seen at Oak Ridge, Tennessee, during July 1947. Why is Oak Ridge significant? It's where the Manhattan Project's National Laboratory was located. Atomic energy. The FBI investigated in coordination with the Atomic Energy Commission. Why was the FBI sending agents to a classified nuclear site to investigate flying saucers? 1949, the Air Force takes it seriously. Visual, classified restricted document, Air Force Memorandum No. 4. February 15, 1949. The Department of the Air Force published Memorandum No. 4, titled Unconventional Aircraft. Quote, the purpose of this memorandum is twofold: a, to enunciate continuing Air Force requirements for information pertaining to sightings of unconventional aircraft and unidentified flying objects, including the so-called flying discs; b, to establish procedures for reporting such information. All reports were to be sent directly to the Commanding General, Air Materiel Command, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Dayton, Ohio. The same base where, according to legend, the Roswell debris was sent. The file expands 1947 to 1968. Visual, scroll through serial_130 to 449 documents, show redacted pages. The 57 files cover 21 years. They include National Guard reports, documents classified secret as early as 1948, coordination with the Atomic Energy Commission, citizen photos of sources like Joseph Perry of Grand Blanc, Michigan, whose photo was confiscated and returned by the FBI after the Pentagon declared the strange object was the result of faulty development. The FBI noted that the image had changed after Washington experts had the slide. 67% of File 62 HQ 8389 for remains redacted. Witness names, precise locations, base names, all blacked out. The FBI cites the Automatic Declassification Guide of May 2007. In 79 years, the government has never once said extraterrestrial in these documents. All are marked unresolved. But the question remains, why keep redacting documents that are 79 years old? Sightings by era. 1960, Joseph Perry, a pizza maker from Grand Blanc, Michigan. He photographs a saucer-shaped object against the moon. The FBI seizes the slide. When it returns, the saucer had faded. Perry said, "It ain't what it used to be." 1963, Serial SP-16. A 60-page document from which we've only extracted fragments. 1965, documents on flying discs are reclassified secret. Every time you think you're approaching an answer, the file closes shut. Summary, what the file really contains. Visual, infographic, 57 files, 800 pages, 67% redacted. In 21 years of investigation, the FBI accumulated hundreds of witness testimonies, dozens of photographs, technical reports from the Air Force, correspondence with the Atomic Energy Commission, documents classified at the secret level. And yet, no conclusion. No explanation. No closure. The file was transferred. But to whom? The investigation never officially closed, the documents just stop in 1968. Conclusion. Music, rising crescendo, strings, sustained final note. What you've just seen are the pages of a file the government kept secret for nearly 8 decades. And that file contains only questions. The answers, if they exist, are elsewhere, in the Apollo missions, in the diplomatic cables, in the military reports we're about to discover. Next time, what the astronauts saw on the moon. Source documents used. 65_HS183422896_62HQ83894_section_1.pdf, 129 pages. 65_HS183422896_62HQ83894_serial_130.pdf, 116 pages. 65_HS183422896_62HQ83894_serial_164.pdf, 129 pages. 65_HS183422896_62HQ83894_serial_153.pdf, 3 pages. 65_HS1-83 for 228961_62 HQ 8389 for _sub_a.pdf, 124 pages. Images in folder. FBI a photo RA1.png through A8.png, 8 FBI infrared photos. Abonnes vous pour ne pas manquer le prochain épisode de cette série.